All right, so let's move on to our next topic and talk about Alec Baldwin because, there was a whole story that came out yesterday that he was in a New York City coffee shop and a pro-Palestine protester decided to confront him. Now, in a video posted online Monday night, appears to show Alec Baldwin. I should have said actor Alec Baldwin slapping the phone out of a woman's hand as she repeatedly demanded that he say free Palestine and heckled him about his ongoing manslaughter case. Now, the person who posted this is someone, because I did the research and I was looking, I was like, who is this person? I don't know if it's a black woman, a white woman. I don't know the person's nationality, but it is a woman who goes by Crackhead Barney and Friends at CHBAF. And I went down a rabbit hole looking at their social media posts, and they do post a lot of pro Palestine, anti Israel stuff on their page. I'm not going to say it's propaganda because I don't feel like it is. I do feel like there's this tip the scale unbalance in regards of, okay, if you say anything against Israel and what they're doing over to the Palestinian people in this whole situation with the genocide and Netanyahu's fascist ass and all the stuff that he's doing, you're considered anti-Semitic. You already know where I stand on this whole thing between Israel and Hamas and that sort of thing, because I've been posting it on social media, and I'm against the genocide of anybody, regardless of who it is. I do not believe in people coming in feeling like they are the ones who belong here. We own the Holy Land. We're gonna not only blow these Palestinians up, but we're also gonna starve them out so that way we could take over their land and all the other things that's been coming out about that. There's been a lot of stories about it. People get mad at me over how I feel about actually giving a fuck about human beings. And if you feel like that you want to go through life hoping that people die, then you go over there and do that. You can be able to sleep at night with that. I don't like the fact that, we have people out here killing a group of people and they want to blame that on, but you're gay. They want you dead. How can you sit up in here and support that? I'm like, well, two things can be true at the same time. So me and the fact that these people are being killed, I'm supposed to not feel empathy because they want me as a gay man dead. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Christians and Catholics don't give a fuck about me either. Should I feel a certain way about them as well? I mean, should I just like ignore the fact that Christians feel like I'm an abomination, I'm going to hell? So we're not just going to sit up in here and blame Muslims as like they're the ultimate evil when we have religious extremists in all types of religions who are the worst representation of their religion. You can believe whatever you want to believe at the end of the day. I don't care. But you don't need to impose your beliefs on me. And the fact of the matter is, as an American, at least I get to sit in a country that allows me the freedom to express the things I should express without repercussions. Although that is coming into question now because it seems like anytime you give your opinion about things that the oppressors don't like, then you either lose your job, you're out of a job, or there's always some negative repercussion. We seen it happen with Melissa Barrera. I don't think, like, I still say that she didn't say anything bad to warrant her being fired from the Scream franchise. But she gave her opinion, and that's what happened. And now that maybe that's why Alec Baldwin doesn't want to jump on a side and say anything, because maybe he has that fear as well. Apparently people in Hollywood are putting people in positions where it's like if you speak out, because wasn't it Jonathan Glazer that said something, was the only one that said something where he kind of called out the both sides situation, or maybe it seemed like he was more pro, going against what Israel and calling them out on what they were doing, and they were talking about boycott and sign a petition to get rid of him and something. It's like, but wait a minute, first of all, you can't get rid of him because he's a part of the production company with oh my God, what's his name from Happy Days? And his daughter's an actress. I just forgot his damn name. Ron Howard. So he's in with them. And that's what you can't get rid of Jonathan Glazer. Maybe that's what he felt, that he's in a position of power that he could openly say something without having to worry about losing his job because he works behind the scenes. And people should not, regardless of what they say, as long as it's not hurting people or putting people in danger, like the people of January 6th who have said 10 times and done 10 times worse, but y'all want to excuse their behavior. But when you actually speak out against the genocide of people, all of a sudden you're no, y'all need to figure out, y'all need to actually look up what the fuck anti-Semitic means. Like if I said that we should just kill a bunch of damn Jews, then that to me is anti-Semitic. I would never want to say that because I don't wish death upon nobody. Nobody should be allowed to kill, but nobody's trauma is worse than the other. Because there's a lot of people who have dealt with genocide. Black people in slavery, The Native Americans, where my family is still on reservations to this day. So the Native Americans and the massacres of a lot of Native American people and how they had their nations taken away. We have who else? We have the Palestinians. We have, Jews in the Holocaust. Like, there's so many people who have dealt with a lot of genocide, and we should know better instead of going at and thinking that, well, my trauma is better, and so because of it happened to us, let's go and do it to them. That excuse the behavior. No, we don't. Violence begets violence. We shouldn't have to do it to other people because it was done to us. And then you thinking like my trauma is bigger and better than yours. That whole arrogance, that shit pisses me off because you're not better than anybody. Nobody's trauma. We're not playing trauma Olympics. We shouldn't have to play that. But anyway, I went on this whole political side rant just to get to this point. So a lot of people went and put in, so I do have the clip, in case y'all didn't see it, of this woman harassing Alec Baldwin just out getting coffee. When she decided to bring up his case with the, Helena Hutchins, who was killed by him accidentally shooting her with a gun that was supposed to be cold, meaning there was no bullet in the gun. And he went and did what he was doing a rehearsal, and he accidentally killed this cinematographer that was working on the set of the Rust movie. So she decided to bring that up, as well as his, the case, and wanted him to shout "Free Palestine." I guess to get her pussy puckering. Let's roll this clip.
Alec, can you please say "Free Palestine" one time? Why did you kill that lady? You killed that lady and got no jail time? No jail time, Alec? No jail time, Alec. You're putting innocent people in jail, Alec Baldwin. Free Palestine, Alec, just one time, and I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone, I swear. Just say "Free Palestine" one time. One time. One time. One time, Alec. You know he's a criminal. You know he's a fucking criminal. Come on, Alec, just say "Free Palestine" one time. One time, just one time, please, and I'll leave you alone. Free Palestine. Fuck Israel, fuck Zionism. Please say it. One time. Alec, can you please say "Free"?
Say, can you do me one quick favor as I slap the bitch with her phone? You want to know something? Now, here's the thing about that. Now, I don't condone violence, but child, she asked for that shit. And I don't care if this makes me sound politically correct. First of all, you cannot be coming up on people, trolling them, trying to start a fight, and then you want to play victim. She was like, I was out getting coffee and all of a sudden he just attacked me. Bitch, you wasn't up in there getting no fucking coffee, because the article even said, they said the person filming this video was not trying to get coffee. They repeatedly and viciously harassed Alec Baldwin and refused to leave the establishment when asked to by the staff. There is also no evidence they were attacked. And I don't think we needed that to be able to see with our own eyeballs that this lady deliberately went in there to pick on him. She knew that he was going to be in that coffee shop, or she probably just walking by and happened to see him in there and was like, ooh, let me just go viral. And a lot of y'all be doing that shit. A lot of y'all be looking for a moment so that way y'all can go viral, because it gets y'all booty holes and your pussies puckering, and it gives y'all that endorphins and all that other shit. And so y'all be feeling like, okay, now I'm feeling like a frog, so I'm going to leap and I'm gonna go start with them. And celebrities are human too, because she better be glad it was Alec Baldwin, wasn't somebody else that would have popped out her ass or slapped her into next fucking week, because she would have deserved it. And this is what she does. And to me, this pisses me off, because this big message out here about wanting freedom for the Palestinian people and for them to be acknowledged and to not be, massacred and famined, meaning starved to death, as we've seen pictures of a lot of children and people, men, women, children, and babies that are being starved to death, a lot of the hospitals being blown up. You're taking away the message of what needs to get out there with Palestine and everything. And of course, our government thinking by trying to ban TikTok, because I saw the latest news that they voted to have TikTok banned. So we may not have TikTok, it's only a matter of time unless they sell it. Well, hopefully they don't sell it to America, because it'll end up like fucking Facebook and Instagram and what Fuckerberger's doing over there in regards of the whole situation. So I hope somebody with some sense ends up buying it, because they don't want the Chinese. It's like any other time, y'all ain't give a damn about our rights being violated or our personal information getting up. But because all of a sudden now, because it's TikTok, y'all care. which is putting a lot of people's livelihoods at risk because a lot of people make money on TikTok as well. That's their source of income. Because quiet as it's kept, this country ain't really paying people a living wage, depending on where you work. Especially when y'all keep raising them damn rent prices, and it's making it harder for people to buy a home because they're talking about we're still hurting from the pandemic. Okay, but why we still got inflation? But I say all this to say I don't like. I'm not particularly an Alec Baldwin fan. I've always felt he was an arrogant prick. He's always had history of a shitty temper. Ask Kim Basinger, and many of the people that he's been with over the years. When we've seen videos and stuff of him of having a nasty temper. I think he even got into it one time with his daughter Ireland, who's a member of the Rainbow Coalition, by the way. Um, I think I don't know if she's still in a relationship with the rapper Angel Hayes. I don't know if they're still together, but I remember at one point they weren't. But anyway, so, he's notorious for having a temper. She knew what buttons to push. You could definitely see in his face that he was ready to pop off. He's very much a firecracker. He was, just trying to hold it in. But he couldn't anymore because Alec Baldwin is that dude that's got that temper. Now, do I think he's going to go to jail for this case? No, I don't think he will. I think he'll probably get like a slap on the wrist or to pay a fine, probably probation, whatever the case was. I mean, it wasn't his fault. The whole situation, although as a producer, you should have had all the things in place to make sure that, that gun was cold. But they sentenced the woman that they sentenced, and I think, what was it, New Mexico? She's going to jail for about, what, a year and some change? So yeah, I don't think we talked about that on the show, about her sentencing and stuff, because I think it happened last week. But yeah, unfortunately, this is the way the cookie crumbles. Like I said, I'm not an Alec Baldwin fan, but he was in the right in this situation. Look, I always tell you, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and knuck if you bug. If you're going to get in my face and try to start some shit, be prepared to have your teeth knocked into the back of your throat or your lips to be beating your ass to the hospital. Because I don't play that. Like, I will show as much restraint as I possibly can. But if you take me there, you're going to be swallowing your teeth.